What's your number one top tip if somebody was going to make one change?
Yeah, one change. I'd probably say maybe to look at the sugar that you're probably putting, the intake of sugar. You know, it's been interesting that today I've been talking a lot about the fact that a lot of people don't understand how much sugar is actually in a can of pop. And if I told you 11 cubes of sugar were in each can of pop, it would make you be sort of quite surprised. And, you know, a lot of the time when we start looking at families who, you know, will put a bottle of pop on the table, you know, it's kind of thinking, hold on a minute, do you know what you're doing to your family? Do you know what you're doing to your children?
Yeah, but they do, I mean, people know what's bad for them, don't they? They know that having a takeaway too often is going to be bad for them.
Well, it depends what's in the takeaway, obviously, but I'd say that, you know, if you've got something like that, you know, just think about it. And I think knowledge is the greatest thing of all. And, you know, it's by looking on the website, the Change for Life website, that it breaks everything down. And, you know, I'm glad to say that it's something that I've been associated with now for 4 years. And when we originally started on it, there was, what, 250,000 people. Now we've got 1 million families on board. And why? It's because we give them useful information. We give them information that would allow them to sort of go forward, whether it's reducing butter in the fat in their diet. So instead of using butter, you use a low-fat butter or a low-fat spread. Whether, you know, you're wanting to include a bit of cream cheese into a pasta sauce or something like that.
Problem is it doesn't taste as good though, does it?
Well, I'd say it does. You know, I
Really?
beg to differ there because it's what you incorporate it with. It's not just like for like, but it's what it offers. For instance, when we say sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top of your shepherd's pie or something like that, you're using a little bit of low-fat grated cheese or a bit of Parmesan cheese, you're still going to get those lovely flavours. You've got the meat, you've got everything underneath. It's just finding ways of reducing fat.
Well, it's good news about the website, but still, obesity, childhood obesity, is going up. Is the bottom line here is about exercise, surely. People aren't burning off all of those calories.
Oh, totally. You know, I certainly remember coming home as a child and sort of going out to play until the sun came down, or till my mother said, come on, time to come home, you know, or time to come in, I should say, because we were out in the garden. But it is that. And the fact is now that we are a little bit lazier. We are driving our kids to school. We do come home and sit in front of the computer or the television. So it's important that, you know, combine the exercise with a proper diet. But it doesn't mean that, you know, you can eat anything you want just because you're running outside. Why not just address it? Just have a look. You can make these small changes, whether it's a sugary drink or a sugary cereal or something that you know, in terms of fat and stuff like that, that you can make a change without making too much of an impact.